Okay, wanted to come to you right quick. It's pretty hot still down here in the south, and come up with some AC tips. I saw this cool newscast the other day about how to protect your AC, and so I wanted to talk about a few of these things in the news clip which jumped out at me, which I was previously unaware of. And it was, again, really all about beating the summer heat. And I know we're getting towards the fall right now. It's probably getting cool in certain areas, but here down south, I'm in Texas, it is still quite hot. And this thing called the 20-degree rule, which I did not know previously. But the basics of it is when it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit outside, you shouldn't put your thermostat lower than 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And they had this air conditioning expert named Charlie on there, and he was given this rule that it puts undue taxation on your compressor. It taxes it more than necessary and can get it overextended so that it actually causes problems and requires more maintenance. So wherever possible, obey the 20-degree rule and never set your thermostat lower than 20 degrees below the outside temperature. I don't know if that applies on the flip side to heating, where if it's 20 degrees outside, you don't want to have your heater higher than 40 degrees. I don't guess that would work, but I don't know the specific answer to that question, so I won't comment on the heater side, but a good rule of thumb, the 20-degree rule for air conditioning. Another thing was consistent maintenance. Think of it kind of like a car, in that you have to have checkups, or like your body, you got to go in for a physical. A dentist, you got to go in once or twice a year to make sure your teeth are still clean and not totally taken over by a ton of cavities. So definitely just have it checked out. Have your AC compressor checked out, and I'm talking about your home AC. Probably also applies for your car air conditioner, but I think they check that during the inspection. So just check out your AC compressor once a year in the spring. And if you're in one of the colder climates up north, you can also check your heater at the end of fall toward the beginning of winter, just to make sure on that. And it should be a fairly cheap thing to get a tech to come out and just give you your annual checkup or your semi-annual compressor checkup. But this will save you a lot of money and a lot of big problems down the road, because you can catch things earlier. Here again, a concept we talked about a little bit that was talked about on the newscast: not overworking the unit. Turn your thermostat up to a higher temperature when you're at work during the day, when you're going into the office. Turn it up because you're not going to be at home anyway. And at night, you can turn it up a little bit higher and just turn your fan on in your bedroom. So those are some of the tips to get through the dog days of summer. And if you want more tips and info, here's a cool website you can check out, especially if you're in the Austin, Texas area: AustinAirConditioningRepair.org. And I'll talk to you next time with another quick tip.